Hi, I'm Mrs. Burns and welcome to Lesson 4 of our Chapter 7 section on volume. We are going to recap at the start here about all of the different formulas we already know. We already know that volume equals area of the base times the height of our 3D object. We already know that the area of a circle equals pi r squared. We already know that r equals half of the diameter, the radius. We know the area of a triangle equals base times height divided by 2. We also know the area of a rectangle equals length times width. And we also know circumference equals pi times diameter, and that is everything. So let's look at some examples of how we can start to incorporate many concepts together and start comparing things. Boyden has two containers that he has to choose from in order to hold the most pennies. One is a square-based prism, which is number 1 here, and the other is a cylinder, which I've labeled number 2. Which shape has the greater volume, and by how much is it greater? Well, let's break this down by looking at number 1, then number 2, and then comparing them. So first of all, the area of the base would be length times width here, and that's just 9 times 9, which we know is 81 centimeters squared. Oh, all these are in centimeters, by the way. Centimeters. All right. And we know that volume equals area of the base rectangle times the height. So this equals 81 centimeters squared times our height of 15 centimeters. And this gives us a total volume of 1,215 centimeters cubed. All right, let's check out the second container now. The area of the base is pi r squared, and so that would be pi times, oh, we don't know r, but we do know the diameter, so we're going to say half of the diameter is the same as r. And so if we know the diameter is 9, then half of that is 4.5 squared, and that gives us pi times 20.25, which gives us a total of 63.6 centimeters squared. Now let's figure out the volume of our cylinder. So the volume is the area of the circle, the base, times the height. So we here have 63.6 centimeters squared times our height, again, is 15 centimeters. And this gives us a grand total volume of 954 centimeters cubed. All right, so now we have to figure out which shape has a greater volume. Well, here we see that shape number 1 has the greater volume. And the other section says, by how much is it greater? So we know that the difference will be the first minus the second. So this will give us our difference. So this will be 1,215 centimeters cubed minus 954 centimeters cubed, and that gives us a difference of 261 centimeters cubed here. So there you go. Great. Second example, Zach is giving a gift of a Toblerone chocolate bar presented in a beautiful gift box. The chocolate bar is 12.4 centimeters long, it is 4.2 centimeters wide, and it has a height of 3.6 centimeters tall. He wants to give it in a box that's 12.4 centimeters long, 6.5 centimeters wide, and 5.6 centimeters tall. So we want to know how much extra space is left in the box. How much tissue paper does he need to fill, or could he put another gift in there? So let's make a game plan here. Number 1, we want to figure out the volume of the chocolate. Then we want to figure out the volume of the box. And then we want to figure out the volume of the box minus the volume of the chocolate to see how much is left over. So let's do step 1 here. Step 1, volume of the chocolate. So volume equals the area of the base times height. So here we know that the area of the base is base times height divided by 2 is the area of a triangular prism times the height. So here we have 3.6 times 4.2 divided by 2, all times 12.4. So this is 7.56 times 12.4. And we get a volume here of 93 0.74 centimeters cubed. So that's the volume of this chocolate bar. Now let's figure out the volume of the box. So the volume here would be, this is a rectangle now, so the area of the base is going to be how long by how wide. So 12.4 times 6.5 for our base times the height is 5.6 centimeters tall. 80.6 times 5.6, and that gives us a grand total volume of 451.36 centimeters cubed. All right, so that's step 1 and step 2. Now on to step 3. We need to decide how much extra space is left in the box. So we're going to say the volume left is equal to the volume of the box minus the volume taken up by the chocolate. So that's the volume of the box is 451.36 centimeters cubed, and the volume of the chocolate was 93.74 centimeters cubed. And so that leaves us with leftover 357.62 centimeters cubed left over. Now that's quite a bit left over, so maybe that's not the best box to choose from unless you're going to pack in a bunch of gifts. Alright, we are going to practice concepts like this in more detail next day.